Good morning, Greg. How's it going?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Good. I just want to thank you again for hopping on here and doing this testimonial for Replace Your Mortgage.
Yeah,
Today
thanks for
is
having me.
September 25th, 2020. We just kind of wanted to, you know, get back in touch with you. You've been a client for how long now?
Maybe going on a year or two, something like that. Probably about a year.
About a year. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. How did you hear about Replace Your Mortgage?
I heard of Replace Your Mortgage from, actually, where did I hear that from? I think there were some friends of mine like Chad King and Nick Schumann, some people that actually used it.
Okay.
And that's how, yeah, some friends other real estate investors that have used it and kind of like turned me on to checking it out.
Awesome. Yeah, this is like a great tool for real estate investors. Real estate investors love it.
Yeah,
So
that's mostly what I use it for, right?
nice. Did you end up getting a home equity line of credit on your primary residence at all?
On my primary, yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. So from start to finish, kind of like how long did it take to, from the time you joined Replace Your Mortgage to the time you got your
Sure.
home equity line of credit, how long did that take?
I mean, it was probably within the same week or two because I already have banking relationships. So it was really easy to just say, hey, I'd go send my package out to 3 or 4 lenders and get some type of quote.
Mm-hmm.
Want to say I've got multiple ones. I think this one is at maybe 4.5.
Okay,
I think it's a 10-year for 4.5.
gotcha.
Being a
Nice.
real estate investor, I had cash sitting in the bank. So basically, I just created this HELOC, took the cash and went, boom, put it in
Right in
here.
there.
And now I don't really have cash in the bank. I have cash in here. And when I want to buy something, I take it out of here and I put it back.
Awesome. Yeah, so a lot of people have money sitting in checking and savings account.
Yeah.
It literally, your money sitting in a checking or savings account is a liability. It's just sitting there. It's not doing anything for you. So if you have an open-ended line of credit, first position line of credit, you can roll that money right into the home equity line of credit. It reduces your balance. It reduces the amount of interest you're paying. Your money's actually finally working for you. So,
Well, yeah, no, well, that's cool too. And actually, what I did, so I have some single family rental properties.
mhm.
And instead of doing a cash out refi, which is great, I can do a cash out refi and I can get cash in the bank. That's cool. I can do that.
Yep.
Number one, it's all to me. It's like being partially leveraged. I like to be able to take that and use the money to do what I want to do and buy another property anyway. But I only want to use it if I take it.
Yep.
I don't want to be obligated to a monthly payment.
Yep.
So for me, when COVID hit, I was like, perfect. I have lines of credit, not using them, paid off, no payment, done. So
Yep.
basically, it's better to kind of like do that. Now, in the future, I can do a cash out refi, but I'll do that on multiple properties at once to get a large sum to do a larger project. I'm not going to do that on one, $150,000 house. It doesn't make sense.
Nice.
But it does make sense to have a 120 line. Then I got a 2 build lot. I buy it. My cash comes in from my business. I pay it back, and I can use it multiple times within that time period, or not use it at all.
It's the flexibility is amazing, and that's really one of the key factors that I love about it is the flexibility.
Sure.
Yeah, like when I first started this whole, replace your mortgage, I didn't know anything about investing. I didn't have any rental properties. I've always, dreamed of it and was just like, how do people do this? It was just, it was an answer for me. My wife and I, we've always dreamed about vacation properties, that sort of thing. We now have 7 rental properties, 2 of them being vacation homes. So you can definitely leverage the equity in your home the right way and build wealth with it. So let me ask you a question. You obviously had some experience with this. You were a real estate investor prior to. Why not just go out there and try to do this on your own?
Well, for me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I kind of did it on my own. What I like about you guys is all those videos that I learned more about the banking industry in probably the 2 days I went through all the videos
Mm-hmm.
in my career, and probably will learn.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there and I still refer back to those and making it make sense.
Yeah.
And once you kind of learn that flow, and I did it because I have multiple properties and I was able to work with everyone and be like, hey, what do I like? How do I do this? So I kind of made a system out of it where my credit cards and my personal have their own. So basically I put everything on the credit card, max out the credit card every month. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
borrowed money for a month. and then I just take the HELOC payment and just pay it.
Nice.
So I've done, having them like David Bruce really helped me structure that.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Yeah, so that was extremely helpful for me to be able to do that, and having the bank list, massive, obviously. I mean,
yeah, the bank list, the bank list is key.
Having that updated all the time. I mean,
yeah,
it's almost probably just worth that, especially someone like me, because I use that bank list for other things. I'm calling banks. I'm always looking for a lender for something, and even in different states, it's extremely helpful.
Yeah, a lot of times, people think like, home equity line of credit, it's a line of credit. I can just walk into any bank, get this first position line of credit. And it's not that easy. The banks that we have, they've been carefully vetted. They report to the credit agency the right way. They have the right terms and features that we're looking for in order for Replace Your Mortgage to work the way we need it to. So, if there's one thing I tell people, you walk into 10 different banks, you can get 10 different lines of credit. And part of what the research that Replace Your Mortgage has done is that bank list. So, on top of the education, you get access to the Facebook group. How's the Facebook group worked out for you?
Oh, solid. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Awesome. So what are some of your, what kind of results have you seen so far?
Well, for me, it's a little different because, I'm purposely leveraging these properties this way. So for me, I mean, I was able to, I have a very cash heavy business anyway, so it's pretty easy to keep them. But the thing with me is I always have like 2 or 3 going at a time. So like if I find a flip, I'm like, I want to close quick with cash. I'm like, cool, I get it done. Like right now I'm about to buy a 2-bill lot. I have a 1-week close because I put very aggressive terms, but I'm like, I'm going to have to pay for it. And then I'm going to either refi out of it or have somebody buy me out. But now I have the opportunity to, hey, I can close tomorrow. It's not affecting me in any way.
Yep.
No
more having to go to banks and wait for that loan process to get a deal. When you're involved in real estate investing, key is, part of it is you need to be able to get that deal right away, right? Because that deal
have some type of capital.
Yep.
And this capital is great because it's almost, like I'm almost not borrowing. It's always available to me, but I'm not taking unless the deal comes in. So I'm not strapped on a payment.
Yeah.
Like that's the key. Like I have all of these locks. I'll pay all of them to pay each other and use the one with whatever has a balance will have like the lowest rate. I'll use the higher ones to pay the lower ones.
Yeah.
So I'm only paying on that little bit, but then again, like if I have a 2-year lock, my project's closed. Like I can flip a house in less than 2 years. I can build a house. So I put that money back in at that time when the project closes. And now I have another lump sum of cash that my profit that I use for another deal. Or, I buy another single family house for cash and pull another line.
Yeah.
It just depends. There's multiple ways you can do it.
And people, sometimes people think like, I thought you could only get a home equity line of credit in first position on your primary residence. No, you can get home equity lines of credit on investment properties as well. And the other thing,
but you want to buy it for cash first.
Yep.
Hopefully buy it under the appraised value.
Yep, absolutely. And then you can even purchase a home using a home equity line of credit. Yep.
Yeah, you can.
Yep. Put about 10-20% down. You can purchase a home, so you can completely skip the mortgage process altogether.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, well, that's what I did on my rentals. I never had a mortgage on them.
Well, that's awesome. What are kind of like your future endeavors? What are you looking to get involved in, here in the near future?
Well, I mean, 2021 right now I'm looking at a lot of new construction development projects. We're looking to do a 60 in Mount Juliet. Probably another 30 or 40 in Nashville, and another 17 in Lebanon. Those are all pretty much like next year. Mostly new construction development, sales and development, and just trying to add to my multifamily rental portfolio any way I can.
And that's great, man. It's good to hear from someone that's a seasoned investor, because a lot of people think that, in order to get involved and replace your mortgage, you got to be a newbie. This isn't really for someone that's seasoned. So to hear from someone that's an investor.
Well, here's the thing too. Like, so I do retail sales too. So I buy and sell a lot of retail houses, which is your biggest client. Like I call all my past clients that bought a house in the last 2 years. I'm like, hey, guys, this is what I just did. My payment is like, my worst case scenario, if I have to use my entire payment, my entire 100% LTV, I'm at like $1,100 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like you get a paycheck every month, like your payment actually can go down.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man.
What so as far as the projects you got going on now, you're kind of leveraging the line of credit back and forth to continue these projects?
Sometimes, yeah, depending on the size of the project. But it's good to have the leverage to get me at least in the project somehow.
Awesome.
And it's nice too because I can invest in other deals and I don't have to find the money. I can just pull a little bit and maybe I'm a partner in something.
Cool.
Those lines of credits are great for that too.
Yep. So starting last month, Michael started an affiliate program. Are you taking advantage of the affiliate program at all?
I am not.
Okay. Well, if you're sharing it with friends and family,
what's that?
I said, if you're sharing it with friends and family, you can get involved in the affiliate program.
Yeah, I didn't really know too much about that. I'm not really, I love the group. I'm always talking about the group, but I don't really keep up with like what's going on.
Okay.
I do the best I can trying to keep up with everything. So I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, you seem like a pretty busy person, but we did start an affiliate program. You can go ahead and go right to where you logged in to watch your classes. And at the very bottom, you can see how to sign up for it. I think, individual receives like $1,000 if someone signs up, friends, family, stranger, doesn't matter. So, all right, man. Well, I appreciate your time.
Yeah, I appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah, if there's anything that you need from us, make sure you feel free to reach out. Okay.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
You too. You take it easy.